the investigators and desk officers just type in a particular field, and the computer generates the data that you will need in the future. So it's easier to analyze, it's easier to retrieve data. And yung na-mention niya kanina on the mapping of crimes, we are although in Region 7 we have not yet started it. In Metro Manila now, they have that capability to encode crime data based on GIS. So if you just click using Google Map, naka-reflect na kung saan lahat ng theft incidents in Metro Manila, you can retrieve the name of the suspect, the weapon used, etc. very easily.
This also show hotspots, crime-prone area. So if you want a public announcement that in this area you have to be careful with pickpockets and something like that, it would be easier.
So when they analyze the data in Metro Manila, the most prevalent crime was theft, and when they zoomed in what particular area na maraming theft, nakita nila sa malls, paligid ng malls.
Interesting.
So, because nandun yung opportunity, may magsha-shopping or so that's how we analyze. Then we can from that data we can now initiate the proper police intervention.
Right. And it's actually making efficient use of the personnel also.
Yes,
you
of
don't
course.
have to put in
We can,
10 here na hindi naman kailangan pala, na mas dapat kailangan sa ibang areas.
We can even identify what specific period of the day. Sometimes you can through the GIS nga, you can identify which days na maraming incidents ng physical injuries. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for example.
Sir, it is of my understanding that there's the PNP will in due time be online. That every computer in every station will be online, so that there will be information gathering.
Yes, at this time, those are still on the procurement side of things, for the PNP, and our Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management has so many programs lined up to modernize our investigation capability.
In Metro Manila, sir, since sila yung nauna with Oplan Lambat Sibat, are they already online or not yet po?
Not yet online, but they are interconnected. Hindi pa yung, you mean nationwide, but within their stations.
Within their stations, online na. Because I think that's one of the bigger problems is because there's a difficulty in information gathering from one station to the other. So if everything is online na, it would be easier to catch a criminal or to locate one.
Case in point, actually, Attorney Marge, you see in news outlets today, they also have segments dedicated to crimes caught on camera.
Yes.
So we read from our research also, Oplan Lambat Sibat also has an aspect called
Project
SafeCam. Yes, Project SafeCam. So it's a really different and a big thing, big change, big shift in monitoring criminal activities when there's actually monitors everywhere na nakamasid, na nagre-record, madaling mahuli, imbis na nakakawala lang yung mga criminal noon. Ngayon talagang huling-huli mo eh.
Yes, those are some of the technical gadgets that aid us in the investigation of crimes, because of the presence of CCTV monitors in so many places already. We just hope there will be more CCTV cameras all over so that we can investigate crime incidents more easily.
Right.
In fact, during the IEC, if I may mention this, we made extensive use of the CCTV. We installed a number of CCTV cameras all over IEC Pavilion, all over SRP, and from my command post, I can give instructions because I can zoom into a particular person, for example, and through the radio I can give instructions. Okay, check this person, even if I was away from the site.
it's really different, sir, when you have an incident command post and you're just there manning, di ba, sir? Compared na you have to send manually to do foot patrol, di ba po?
Yes, in fact, it makes things more efficient, you know. Instead of just, say, conducting foot patrols, if you have motorcycles, police on caps, police on motorcycles, if they just have the radio, then somebody is looking at the CCTV monitor, he can direct that motorcycle cap to proceed immediately to that specific area if the need arises. So, ganun pa yung marami pa namin wish. I hope some of these business establishments, the local governments would install more CCTV cameras in their respective areas.
Because we have some LGUs which are very supportive with, let's say, Project SafeCam. Like in Mandaue, they mandate their business establishments to have, they have a minimum requirement, like for a certain number of square meters that require CCTV cameras. So hopefully other LGUs will soon follow suit.
It's very good.
So, since we're talking about the logistical aspect of Oplan Lambat Sibat earlier, we would like to discuss on Oplan Katok, sir. What is the progress of Oplan Katok so far?
Well, Oplan Katok is one of the, as I mentioned earlier, one of the operation plan on how to account loose firearms. You know, we made extensive use of this last year in Metro Manila and now also in Region 7 to check on persons who have registered firearms. We inspect if they're still in those addresses given, and we discovered that a lot of registrants of firearms did not give their true addresses, so we had to cancel their licenses. So we are now in the process of updating our record of firearms holders, and hopefully we can trace those with loose firearms.
So how, for the benefit of our viewers, sir, how does Oplan Katok go? Like, in your records, there's a registered firearms holder, and then hindi niya na pa-renew, so pinupuntahan
that's
nyo.
part of it.
Yeah.
Kung hindi siya nag-renew, we will go to his given address. Kaya Oplan Katok, we knock at their doors, we check on the person, or sometimes just remind him, sir, your firearm license is already expired and it's time for you to renew.
Since we're already on air, sir, maybe we could encourage our viewers and maybe make an announcement that LTOF application is already done within the region. Maybe we can do that now, sir.
Yes, we are continuing with improving our service on the registration of firearms, except that this time of the year it is election period.
Yes, sir.
So medyo nag-slow down muna kami during the election period. Of course, they cannot bring out their firearms at this time.
So going now to, since we've talked about the aspects of Oplan Lambat Sibat, all the sub programs under it. Now I understand also that the police enforcement is not only interested with, or does not only try to combat criminality, but they also try to take care of each other within the community, the police community. Kasi di po nga mas na-empower mo ang kapulisan natin kung you give them adequate support. So they cannot execute Oplan Lambat Sibat kung sila mismo hindi well supported. So we've heard that there are initiatives to give support, more support, and empower our police force, like you mentioned a while ago off-cam, the housing projects. Can you tell us a bit more about that, sir?
Okay, talking about the housing projects, no, as we can observe that some of our policemen na medyo mahirap yung tinitirhan nila, no? Kung minsan napakalayo at napakaliit lang. Kaya isa sa pinagtutuunan ng PNP ngayon, yung pagbibigay ng magiging bahay ng polis. Dito sa atin sa Region 7, mayroon na po tayong on the part sa Bugo City at saka sa Karkar. Yung sa Karkar, pwede na, ready for occupancy na yan. Sa Karkar, mayroon tayong 173 na parang row houses lang to. Ang total lot area niya is only 40 square meters with the floor area na 22 square meters. Medyo sa isang pamilya, medyo pwede na. Kaysa magre-renta tayo, it could be additional expenses on our part. Then, ito nga yung sa Karkar City, no? 172 yung allotted natin na binigay sa kapulisan, but kulang pa tayo ng 5. So, we need more 5 applicants. Maybe, ang mabigyan natin doon yung taga South. Okay, para pabor sa Karkar. Yung sa Bugo City naman, yung allocated natin is 239 houses. Ang nakuha pala is 145. So, magkaroon pa tayo ng negative 94 na variance. So, ang nakagandaan dito sa housing project natin, dahil minimal lang yung amount na babayaran ng police monthly. At saka yung period na babayaran niya, it could pay it as from 25 years to 30 years. I think ang maximum lang na babayaran ng isang police monthly is 1,300 something. So hindi na mabigat. Hindi na mabigat. Para at least naman, sabi mo nga, in relation to the support of this police personnel that we have to uplift their moral, na ang dami natin pinapagawa sa police, wala man natin suporta. Isa ito sa mga bagay na binibigay natin doon. Para naman magsabi, ang okay itong PNP, at least hindi na ako nagre-renta. Kaysa magre-renta sila na kahit 20 years sila nagre-renta, pag alis nila, kahit isang pako hindi sila makapagdala. Dito, parang rent to own. At the amount of 1,300, I think 1,388, after 25 or 30 years, pwede sa kanila yun.
And as long as they remain in the police force.
Of course. Yun ang usapan eh.
What are their minimum requirements? Maybe we have viewers na mga PO1 who are watching. Are they already qualified or not yet?
Actually, disseminated na po to sa mga kapulisan natin. Yung iba naman kasi medyo hindi pa nag-decide dahil baka nakatira pa sa mga manugang nila, ganun. Di ba, alam mo naman yung family ties natin hanggang mag-asawa, doon pa rin sa mama at papa, no? So, maybe, alam na nila yun kasi disseminated ito sa lahat ng mga kapulisan natin at napaka-minimal lang ng requirements. Very basic. Walang masyadong tinasanabing pinapahirapan natin.
Very nice ni paminawon ang housing project sa itong PNP. But before magpadayon tag storya ani, let's take another break.
Okay.
And we're back. Good evening, everyone. My name is Attorney Hazel Helmuth, and you are still watching Partners in Law with Attorney Marge and our gentlemen here from the police force. Now, earlier before the break, we were talking about the support that the police community gives its fellow policemen to do their jobs proficiently and efficiently. Dito po encompassing all that has been discussed sa Oplan Lambat Sibat. Now, we discussed housing projects na meron pong mga ino-offer sa ating mga kapulisan, na mga programa na pangkabahayan para po sa ating police force. Now, they also mentioned na meron din pong issuance of firearms for our policemen kasi di po ba dati napapabalita na medyo mababa po yung ratio ng firearm to police personnel. So, what can you share the viewers regarding support with regards to provision of firearms?
Okay, as part of the support of the PNP to the police personnel, no, sinabi natin kanina, yung housing projects natin, isa yun. Yung pangalawa, yung issuance of firearms. Yes, this is a very existing reality. Before, ang hirap, yung nakakita ka ng police, walang baril. So ngayon, dito sa Pro 7, we have already 96.5% yung sa allocation ng personnel natin. We have 7,143 PNP personnel here in PR7. 96.5% yan, nabigyan na. So, kukunti na lang at makumpleto na natin yung 1:1 na ratio na mabigyan ng baril yung bawat kapulisan natin. But, sabi nga ni RD kanina, with the conditions that they know they have to pass the proficiency test. May standard po tayo dyan. Hindi ka na basta-basta na pulis na magbit-bit ka lang ng baril mo na hindi ka marunong gumamit at marunong pumutok. It is two different things to fire and to shoot. When we talk about you know how to fire, that is literal. But when you talk about you know how to shoot, that is figurative. So, papasa sila doon para maklaim nila yung baril. So, in this way na mabigyan natin sila ng tamang baril, makakatulong to become an effective police officer in the performance of their duties.
Right. Because I understand guns would be the extension of their bodies supposedly, no? So they have
Of
to
course, may kasabihan nga
take care of it.
May kasabihan niya, yung
Handle
asawa
it
namin
well.
talaga, ipangalawa na lang yung tunay naming asawa, yung baril namin.
Very interesting.
So that's why I require, I will require all the PO1s who will graduate from their training to be proficient first before they are given their respective firearms. We do not want them to be handling firearms na hindi sila qualified. So, what I mean by being qualified is they have to upgrade their skills. Sometimes kasi they just take training for granted. No? Bigyan mo sila ng firearm and ammunition, they just fire, and they don't attempt at all to improve their skill. So this time around, we will force them into training their own selves. No? We'll give them ammunition. If they consume that particular ammunition and they really want that firearm, then they should strive some more.
That's very nice to hear, sir, because right now when you see a policeman empty a holster, it's very, for me, it's very hurtful to look at. Then hearing this from you, it's a very reassuring news na they will really be upgraded, and added to the fact na you want that they have this proficiency, because as you've said earlier, it's not enough na you issue them a firearm. They must be proficient. They must know the safety features of their firearm. They must know how to shoot. No?
Correct.
Because they will be a liability to the community if not.
That's true.
Yes, handling firearms is very delicate, especially when you are out there in the street. You just cannot pull out your gun and shoot anybody without considering the people within your sight.
Anong
So,
projected na firearm po na parang i-standard issue among our...
the standard issue, the sidearm, is a Glock 9mm pistol. And later on this year, the Philippine National Police has programmed the procurement of long firearms. So these are the M4 models, caliber 5.56. So the special units, the regional public safety battalions will be issued these firearms once the procurement process is completed.
It's very good news. It's very, very good news. And somehow we have piqued the interest of many young men and women, citizens out there, to actually join the police force. So what programs do we have in terms of recruitment for